Championship rings and things what we about. Competition out, down for the count. DFDUBB's about stacking our clout. No slacking our game, that's without doubt. Every snap, every pass, every running route. Every play of every game, man, we gon' scout. Players might rise and fall and then bust. DFDUBB provides it all you can trust. Trophies on the mantle, dubs on the panel. Opponents can't stand you, don't change the channel. Sit back, relax, take notes for a bit. DFDUBB Scrubs on the throne winning ships. DFDUBB Scrubs coming up. DFDUBB Scrubs.
All right. Welcome to DFDUBB Scrubs podcast. I'm your host, Alex. This is Christian Crenshaw, along with Christian Crenshaw and Nambo. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Recording on October 13th, Thursday the 13th, Thursday night football. We got Washington and Chicago. I'm predicting a 42-35 score. Chicago.
Think Chicago got that much in them?
Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet. No. Just kidding, by the way. Any quick news for us, Nabo?
There's not much other than just a couple of people that probably ain't gonna play this week. You got James Conner, he's been pretty much ruled out. You got T. Higgins that ain't practiced all week, so that's pretty concerning. You most likely will be looking to replace him this week.
Fired up Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, Rashad Bateman's not playing. Most likely, he didn't practice again today. Christian Watson didn't practice again today. Everybody else with question mark tags, they pretty much got a limited practice in that pretty much every day this week, so they're most likely going to be suiting up. You know, your Higbee, Mostert, Cooper Kupp, Melvin Gordon, Naheem Hines. He's on the upside of the concussion that he suffered last week. Dalton Schultz. You got Keenan Allen, who's had limited practice this week, but I kind of feel like they ain't going to play him this week, so maybe just leave him on your bench.
Worry skill, Keenan Allen rest of the season. 1 to 10.
Like a 7 or an 8.
So the question again?
You're worried.
Oh, how worried are you?
That's pretty worry. Your worry scale.
I'm pretty worried. I mean, he's been out since week 1 at this point. Like that's
but he's getting all the time in the
pretty
world
alarming
to recover. I say like a 6. I mean, I'm worried.
Would you rather have Keenan Allen or Curtis Samuel rest of the season?
Ooh, Curtis Samuel.
Keenan Allen or Allen Lazard?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan. That's close though. That is a close one.
Yeah. No, 100%. Damn. Okay. All right. Anything else, Nabo?
Nah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of like big fantasy news as far as, you know, players getting ruled out. So besides just pretty much a few. So. And
then okay, appreciate it. Then we have the Lions, the Texans, the Raiders, and the Titans out. So that means no Amon-Ra St. Brown, no DeAndre Swift. Not like they played the last game anyway. Or Amon-Ra did, barely. No Jamal Williams, no Damian Pierce, no Brandon Cooks, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller. What about you didn't even bring up what's his name? Devontae Adams. How long you think he's getting suspended?
There hasn't been anything on that.
I think so. I think he gets at least a game.
If he gets suspended, it won't be until like next week's game.
Oh yeah, he's on there on a bye.
If they were going to suspend him, it's a bye brought it out. So
I think it's a perfect time to. I think he'll miss a game and probably get a fine.
Oh, fine.
Which means you're going to have to go the next 2 weeks, most likely, without Devontae Adams.
And then the Titans, I mean, you're just missing Derrick Henry. That's it. All right, well, let's keep it moving. Let's get into the Thursday night game. Like I said, we have Chicago versus Washington. I think Carson Wentz is very streamable, maybe even a QB1 this week. Christian, how do you feel about Carson Wentz?
I feel pretty good about it. He's a definite like matchup-based quarterback. Like, if they're playing a good defense, he's not playable. But if they're in a plus matchup, he puts up points. Chicago's defense isn't all that, and Carson Wentz apparently balls out on Thursday, so I slid him into my lineup.
Any interest in any of the running backs over there?
I don't have any interest in.
I mean, with the
Me
few
either.
running backs that are out this week, I mean, maybe throw in Brian Robinson Jr. He's getting the start tonight. They came out and said that he's going to be starting. So, I mean, if you're in one of those predicaments, those pickles where you ain't got much besides, a running back, a low end running back that's playing a really good defense, or a running back you ain't seen much this year, but has been talked up nonstop by the team, and he's getting his start tonight against a pretty juicy matchup. Weigh your odds. You might want to lean towards that favorable matchup.
If I was gonna play
Brian
any one of
Robinson
those
or
running backs, I play J.D. McKissick. He's been getting a good amount of targets.
Yeah.
He just hasn't found the end zone.
that's who you think is the safest pick for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson or Tyler Algier?
Robinson.
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson or DJ Dallas, who should be the number 2 this week against the Cardinals. Maybe a high-scoring affair.
Man, I don't want to play either one of them. That's a hard one.
I'm gonna still lean towards Brian
No,
Robinson
these are
on
real.
this one.
These are real questions that need
for
answers.
Sure. I think I'd go DJ. I think I'd go DJ on that one. Because I do think that'll be a high scoring game.
Okay. Yeah, nobody else that comes. Maybe Jalen Warren. They're saying we can go into that later. All right, and then on the other side, you're playing David Montgomery, and that's it, right? After last week, you're pretty low on Herbert having any type of 50-50 split over there.
Yeah, that was a lot of wasted fab.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. What do y'all expect from Montgomery? RB1 production, RB2, over under
RB1
15
production.
PPR points.
Over.
I'd say he goes over.
Over 15 PPR
I
points.
think so.
Yeah.
Oof.
Washington's defense ain't been what it was hyped up to be 2 years
That's
ago.
a top 10 finish right there. All right, and then all right, for Sunday slate, we got Miami versus Minnesota. If Teddy B doesn't play, and then Tua has obviously already been rolled out, how comfortable are y'all with Hill and Waddle? Limiting your expectations?
Yeah, for sure, limiting them. But those are the type of players that you don't put on your bench. Those are plug and play players, and they're so good after the catch. I mean, you say you're limiting your expectations, but they could still have a good game.
Oh, going back to the Chicago-Washington game real quick, what defense would you rather play?
Neither. They're probably better ones out there to go.
If I had to play one of them,
Yeah.
probably Chicago. I don't know, man.
You play Chicago.
Yeah,
you just said Wentz.
I know.
It started.
Yeah, you just said Wentz is going to be like a monster tonight, and then you're like, well, let's play Chicago's defense.
I have the option to play Kirk Cousins or Carson Wentz, which that's probably going to be, one of the people you gotta decide, with this week. And yeah, I think Wentz could have a good game. I wouldn't be surprised if Wentz threw, an interception, and he tends to hold on to the ball a lot, get sacked, and stuff. Just because he has a good game don't mean the defense can't.
Yeah, just less opportunities for Washington.
Exactly.
To get any major turnovers or even sacks potentially, because Justin Fields does run on the minimum, the small amount of times that he actually throws. All right, and then you're not playing any of that. You're not playing tight ends. You're playing Dalvin Cook for sure. Is Dalvin Cook back? Yeah, comfortable with him?
I'm comfortable with Dalvin Cook, yeah, especially this week.
Not comfortable, but I'm watching.
Would y'all rather have Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara rest of the season?
Dalvin Cook.
I think I'd rather have Kamara. Mm-hmm. How many yards did Cook have last season?
Dalvin Cook or Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Just because he's getting. I mean, I think what's the stat that's going around out there? Like he's pretty much number one, and every week in and out, he's like number one in like projected points or like projected touches or something. Yeah, projected opportunities. So like, PPR purposes, like he's gonna see those opportunities in the goal line. Has he been very good at it this year? Hell no. But I would lean with Joe Mixon.
I think he's gonna get it together. I think that whole offense will eventually get it together. I'd rather have Joe Mixon.
I'd rather have neither of them.
Nah, you made us pick between DJ Dallas and Brian Robinson.
I'd rather have Dalvin Cook for sure. I think your Mixon is getting everything, and he's doing absolutely nothing with it. Unless he's falling into the
That
end zone,
offensive
he's
line,
absolutely
that
doing.
offensive line ain't been what it's supposedly hyped up to be this year
I
so
was
far.
hyped about that
Right.
offensive line.
If they can get that chemistry going, things could definitely change for that whole entire team across the board. But until then, I think you're still kind of looking about, where they've been at, unless Mixon can somehow start falling into that end zone. If he falls into that end zone, then of course it's like Mixon all day.
Didn't Cook have it?
Mixon or Damian Pierce rest of the season?
Mixon.
All right.
He's just on a better offense.
Yeah, offense ain't look great. I think Pierce is I feel like Pierce is a better player, but I would go Mixon.
I'm taking Damian Pierce all day,
All I'm
every day,
saying
twice
right
on
now
Sundays.
is I personally think Damian Pierce is good, but I feel like he's being overhyped.
I don't think so. I think Pierce.
I think
far
he's
as
being
like
hyped
the
properly.
futures and, nah. I guarantee you they draft another running back next year.
Maybe, sure. Damian Pierce has just looked very good, man. He's looked.
No, I mean he's looked good.
He runs hard. He runs fast. He makes excellent cuts. He has great vision on a bad offense.
He's also a very, very aggressive runner. So like,
and he's very explosive.
How long can his body hold up to that aggressive style of running?
He's a rookie.
Marshawn Lynch.
For sure, but I'm just saying those are just some things to always keep in your mind.
Yeah, it kind of just sounds like somebody who doesn't have any shares of Damian Pierce.
I got a trade in my inbox. Right
I mean, I don't, but like honestly, I
what
don't even
got?
like. I'm not even actively trying to go after.
Someone offered me Jeff Wilson and Robert
I
Woods
know.
for Damian Pierce in the Megalo Bowl league.
Ugh.
Yeah,
no.
exactly. What?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. You can't trade for Pierce at this point. Like you'd be trading at his highest value.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now. Yeah. That window is closed, kind of like Breece Hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't get Breece now.
Then obviously you're playing Justin Jefferson on the other side. And are y'all comfortable playing Adam Thielen, or would y'all rather sit him for like Curtis Samuel, somebody like that?
Definitely playing Samuel over Thielen.
What about Devin Duvernay?
I'm playing Samuel.
Samuel?
I think I would lean. I think I would lean towards Devin Duvernay on that one, just because with Rashad Bateman most likely being out. I mean, he's going to be the wide receiver one at that point for that team. They're playing the Giants, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not looking. I guess if you have to,
I'm not
him as your
actively
last flex, but I'd be more
making it a point to start him. I'm not, but if you
What
don't,
about,
there's
like-
bye weeks this week, so
What about like flyers like Marcus Valdez-Scantling in that Buffalo Kansas City game?
Nope.
I think I'd rather play MVS than Adam Thielen.
I actually think this week that Patrick Mahomes is going to have a shitty game.
Really? I think it's going to be a shootout.
Yes.
Yeah, they're playing at Kansas City.
Yeah.
The Bills have just looked out of this world.
They got beat by Tua.
It was a fluke. It was a fluke.
I don't know if that was a fluke, though. I mean, because they turned around and beat Lamar Jackson, too. Like,
I
Miami
think I think they might harp on Travis Kelce a little bit more. So I think maybe the wide receivers would be more playable this week. And then
MVS might be a good stream.
you're not playing. Irv Smith, is he any interest in a low end tight end?
Nah,
this
there's
week?
too many other Some other startable tight ends.
No.
All right. And then we have Green Bay against the Jets. Playing Rodgers. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been hurting you either. He's been solid as it come. And then the conundrum of Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, who both been subpar to say the least this year as far as expectations go.
Yup.
This might be a get right game. Although I thought last week was a get right game. Maybe the Giants defense is a little bit better than we get them credit for. But how do y'all feel about Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon?
I'm sitting AJ Dillon. I'm plugging in Aaron Jones for sure.
Yeah, I'm in the same trade. I got AJ Dillon in a couple leagues, and I'm sitting him. But yeah, I don't think he's droppable yet. He hasn't done anything except for game one, but he's getting touches.
Oh, I didn't say to drop him. He's getting opportunities as well. So, I mean, yeah, he's had 18, 12, and 17 rush attempts during week 2 to week 4.
I don't know what happened last
He
week.
doesn't get any receiving work whatsoever besides maybe a few targets. And last week, he got 6 rush attempts, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was total. So I don't know what happened. Maybe there was an injury or something. I don't know. Maybe he said something to a coach, but he was not on
I'm
the field
better
last
than
week
Aaron
at all.
Jones. Man, shut up. Sit down.
Shut your mouth. Would y'all rather play AJ Dillon? I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It is against the Jets, so it is a good matchup. But if he has a similar week to last week, as far as just the opportunities not being on the field, it's gonna be tough to trust. But would y'all rather play AJ Dillon or Brian Robinson?
I'd rather play Dillon.
Rather who?
Dillon.
Nambo?
I think I'm still gonna go with Brian Robinson this week. And I'm not just saying that because I have him plugged in. I'm just saying this because of the way. I'm only saying this because of the way AJ Dillon has looked. I'm still taking that chance that Brian Robinson is going to be really good, like they hope he is. Like we haven't really got to see it yet. So
I agree. I think it just depends. Like, at what point are they going to give him like most of the shares or the most of the run? So I think he may be another week away.
If he has a good game this week and he looks
An
strong
efficient
and he's
game.
efficient,
yeah,
and he's efficient, then he will. I think he'll start taking more and more touches, and Gibson will probably go back to that role that they were going to have him as special teamer, / maybe reliever at some point.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be comfortable playing him this week. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about rest of the season. I'm just talking about this week.
Yeah.
Then you have Alan Lazard. I think he's a plug-and-play player for wide receiver 3 floor, and I think he has that high-end wide receiver 2 finishes if he can. In that, with Aaron Rodgers. And then Romeo Doubs is interesting with Watson out. That should boost up his involvement a little bit, although Randall Cobb actually had a very good game last year. Or not a very good. He had a good game last week. So he just won't go away. Are y'all comfortable plugging in Romeo Doubs this week?
Yeah.
With no Christian Watson, most likely, yeah. I'll throw him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dobbs or Jacoby Myers?
Jacoby Myers.
Yep.
Dobbs or Devin Duvernay?
I think I lean with Devin Duvernay.
Who's Baltimore? Oh, they play the Giants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm gonna go Dobbs. Like Dobbs having a better game. Nah, Duvernay. My bad, Duvernay. Bateman now. I'm going Duvernay.
Dobbs or Jerry Jeudy?
Ooh, Dobbs, because that offense looks horrible for the Broncos. Cortland Sutton's
They
like
are playing
only
the
one.
Chargers, who have been subpar, but golly, they have not looked good.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go
right.
Judy on that one.
Get right game?
Yeah.
This could be the get right game.
I feel like that offense has gotta have it's gonna come at some point in the season. I mean,
I think if if Russell can get his shoulder injury under control, then
Nothing
maybe.
wrong with that boy.
I said shoulder in
Yeah.
quotations, bro.
Now that Javonte Williams ain't holding him back, I think it's time for them to keep him moving.
Yeah.
That's true. He
and
was
then-
holding the team back.
Devontae the
Any
beast.
interest in playing Robert Tonyan this week?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind playing plugging in Tanya.
Low end, yeah. I thought he'd
Yeah.
be more involved by now, but
Yeah.
Rodgers always looking to receivers. And then on the other side, we have the Jets. You're playing Brees Hall, regardless. He's an every week start at this point. And then any of you're not gonna play Zach Wilson, but are you any of those receivers?
I don't think so, honestly.
Did you play Dobbs over all the
Bay's-
receivers?
Yeah. Just because
Probably.
you don't know.
Green Bay's secondary ain't been that terrible. I mean, they ain't been great, but they ain't been bad either. So, and you're playing against Zach Wilson, who's not the most
He had
proven
an okay
quarterback.
game last week.
Yeah, but he don't have a favorite receiver. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna throw it to whoever's open. I don't like that. You got all three of these receivers across the league.
I don't like that. He spreads the ball around. You know who does that? Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and look how that's working
I mean,
out for
besides
those
Kelsey.
fantasy receivers. Besides Kelsey.
Right. What about Conklin?
No,
This time, unless Zach Wilson comes back, he's probably droppable.
Yeah, he's on a list.
I mean, I'd say keep him on your bench one more week and see what his involvement is, but it's not looking good. And oh yeah, okay, that's about it for that. And then Baltimore Giants, you're playing Lamar. Obviously, you're playing. We said definitely playing Mark Andrews, and then Devin Duvernay. You could definitely do worse. He could be a wide receiver 3 this week. And then on the other spectrum, you're playing Saquon and then Graham Gano.
Yes, we are playing Graham Gano.
Sure.
And then that's about it, right?
Yeah. What about J.K.?
Oh, J.K. Dobbins. Oh,
Just kidding.
yes. How comfortable are y'all playing J.K. Dobbins?
I'm a little nervous because most running backs tend to struggle pretty big when they come back from those ACLs.
Yeah, man, they just don't seem to be running the ball enough over there. And I feel like that's what it is. They're just not running enough.
I mean, you saw what they did what the Giants did to the Packers running backs last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you rather play J.K. Dobbins or
Right.
Travis Etienne?
ETN.
J.K. Dobbins or Devin Singletary.
How's Singletary been doing lately?
He had one great game.
I feel like I would rather play Singletary because I feel like that's going to be a high-scoring game. And when they're in those big games, it seems like they throw him the ball a little bit more.
I will say this much. I will play Singletary, and the reason being is, for one, he's one of my starts for this week. And second, Kansas City gives up the most receptions to running backs. So
They do. Although
And
that
when-
could be
when
a James
Singletary's
Cook
got that
breakout game.
I think they trust Singletary. I think he'll have a good game this week. I would be starting Singletary this week.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it moving to the next. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh here. You playing? Man, I'm playing Brady, Fat Lenny, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and then that's pretty much all I'm comfortable playing on that side. Maybe Rashad White as a very low end dart throw. I'm talking about you hurting. I'm talking about
Yeah,
DJ
you
Dallas
really
type.
hurting at
You know
that
what I mean? And then the other side, are you starting Najee?
No,
Absolutely.
you are sitting Najee.
You rather play Najee or Brian Robinson?
Najee.
Brian Robinson.
Okay,
I'm going
thank
with Brian Robinson, boy. Fuck that. Najee, nah, bro. Against Tampa Bay, I'm
I would be
good.
so wrong about Brian Robinson Watch, but I do not. trust that
Najee or
backfield.
J.K. Dobbins?
Najee.
Neither. I'd just rather take the L at that point. I feel like,
Like I don't deserve a win this week.
like if you playing one of those two this week, you're probably gonna take the L. But
And then those receivers just proceed with caution.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I think Deontay is still gonna get a load of targets, and Pickens has that. I think he can have a good game with the Steelers, losing by 30 points. Oh,
What are your expectations for him?
for Pickens, I'm thinking like not like a.
You talking about Deontay or Pickens? Are they
Uh,
both playable? They're both. You starting both of them?
I start Pickens.
Okay, which one do you prefer to start
Pickens.
against that Tampa Bay D?
Yeah.
What about Pat Fryermuth?
One I don't know.
What about Cole Beasley on the other end?
Oh, Beasley retired.
Oh, I don't know why he's on the spreadsheet.
I told you.
Yeah,
Excel
so
guys,
you're gonna
been lacking lately.
Pat Fryermuth there. Y'all comfortable playing him or
I'm
not
gonna
so
probably
much?
look elsewhere.
Nah, no.
Okay. All right, let's keep it moving. Jacksonville versus Indy this week. Do we crown Trevor Lawrence too quick?
Yeah, probably.
Are y'all playing him this week?
No.
Trevor Lawrence or Carson Wentz?
Wentz.
Trevor Lawrence or Russell Wilson?
Trevor Lawrence.
Wilson.
Trevor Lawrence or Matt Stafford?
Lawrence.
Damn. The mighty have fallen. Still playing James Robinson and ETN. Comfortable and Christian Kirk.
I'm not playing James Robinson this week.
I think I would play James Robinson this week. He put up about 16.5 points against Indy when they played week 1. Now, it's a little bit different in timeshare as far as running backs go, but Indy's been pretty bad this year. So if the Jags can get up by a touchdown or two, I think they lean on the run game heavy and just go ahead and run the ball.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
playing James Robinson.
Plus, with enough bye weeks this week, I think you're going to be forced to if you don't really have an option. So you're probably playing one
You're
or the other, if
playing
not
James
both.
Robinson. You're probably playing
Yeah.
both for sure. Are we talking about RB2s or RB3s here?
Low end RB2 for James Robinson, high end RB3 for Travis Etienne.
Man, low end RB3 for James Robinson.
Who finishes higher this week, Robinson or ETN?
Probably ETN.
Robinson.
I
Ooh,
think
it sounds like a bet.
I
think
can't make no
Robinson
more
will.
bets. But I feel comfortable with that. Like I don't think Robinson's gonna. I think he puts up
Christian
less
Kirk
than
has it.
9 points.
If Christian Kirk has another down game, y'all wish I would have sold him,
Probably.
or y'all not panicking. It is Indy. This is a divisional game. It could be a low scoring game. It could. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He had obviously an awesome week 1, but if you're not comfortable playing Lawrence, how good is Kirk gonna be?
I mean PPR.
I'm comfortable playing both of them.
I'm not
Okay.
comfortable playing Lawrence, but I mean PPR. I mean you just rack up targets.
If Christian Kirk has another down game, let's say 10 fantasy points, PPR points, is he a trade for target or just like, never mind?
I'd trade for him.
Rest of the season,
I'm being on the cautious side.
Christian Kirk or Gabe Davis rest of the season?
Kirk.
Gabe Davis.
I always know what you're gonna say, Nabo, every single time.
Well, like, I mean, but like,
why
wouldn't
surprise me with
why-
any of your picks?
Why wouldn't you pick Gabe Davis over Christian Kirk with the fact that, like, you have one MVP caliber quarterback and one quarterback who's been meh all season?
Why?
Like, I want the
Kirk's the
better of the.
Christian Kirk's the number 1 option over there, and
Yeah, but
Gabe Davis could be the
Why
third
would I
option.
want
over
like 45 targets through 5 weeks and like 11 through 5 weeks. I don't know, man. I ain't counting on Gabe Davis, catching 80-yard touchdowns
Hey,
every week.
Gabe Davis ain't done me no harm except for give me a dub. So
Right. And say we'll check back on. I mean, this week could be a good week for him too, though. Honestly, with the matchup, but nah.
Okay, just asking. And anybody else? Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, any of the Joneses?
not really, unless your team's just weak at wide receiver and you got stuck with a bye week or two.
You're not playing Matt Ryan. You're obviously firing up Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Pittman. You're definitely playing him. Alec Pierce is interesting.
Yeah.
Would y'all be playing Alec Pierce this week?
I am firing up
Yes.
Alec Pierce this week. He's had 2 solid, pretty good weeks. I'm playing him.
Would y'all rather have Alec Pierce or George Pickens the rest of the season?
Pickens.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce or Romeo Dobbs the rest of the season?
Pierce.
Alec Pierce. Let's keep
That's
it moving.
about it. Yeah. Pierce or Ayuk?
Pierce.
Pierce.
All right. Yeah, I like Pierce a lot. I'm gonna try to trade for him real quick. And
We
then
on a-
New England
we
and
on a time
Cleveland. Oh yeah, New England and maybe if somebody didn't keep leaving every 5 seconds.
Bro, I
New
couldn't.
England and Cleveland here. We have Rhomandre Stevenson. You're definitely firing him up. Jacoby Myers. I feel very comfortable playing him every week. Honestly, if I had,
Highly underrated wide receiver, bro.
yeah,
Highly
every week
underrated in
he
fantasy
still gets
football.
all the targets. He's what Deontay Johnson wishes he was.
Pretty much.
Then I'm not playing anybody else over there. Brissett. I don't. New England looked pretty garbage, and then they shut down the
A red hot Jared Goff.
exactly. I don't. Yeah, I'm probably not steering clear from him. You're playing Chubb. With the bye week situation, you're playing Hunt for sure if you have him.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing Coop every week starter, and then Njoku. Interesting. I think he may be. I think he's every week tight end at this point.
I was about to say, at this point, he's kind of getting up there into an every week kind of player.
Yeah,
So.
he started off really slow, but he's starting to get more involved now. So yeah, I don't think he's no longer on the streaming radar. He's definitely a starter now. And then Cincinnati, New Orleans, we got Joe Burrow. You comfortable playing Joey B? If there's no T.
Oh, yeah.
Higgins?
Yeah, I think you still start up
Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
Oh, okay.
Like those handful of quarterbacks you drafted for a reason to start them. They're going to be starting regardless, pretty much every week.
I don't know.
I don't think Miles has started Joe Burrow at all this week in slow dub. I mean this year.
Probably because he forgot about that league.
Because he has Josh Allen
doesn't
too.
get Yeah.
Oh, does he really? Oh, that's right. He took Joe Burrow and Josh Allen.
Would you rather have Joe Burrow or Kyler Murray rest of the season?
Kyle Murray.
Okay. Let's see. You're playing Jamar Chase, Higgins. If he plays, you're firing him up. Even Boyd, maybe. If Higgins
out,
starts, I mean, how comfortable are you starting when he threw up that goose egg last week? Even if he does, play.
If Higgins is going to be out this week, I'm firing up Tyler Boyd. I think he's a must start at that point. Yeah.
And Hayden Hurst.
He's a good streaming tight end this week. He's been questionable most of the week, but yeah, you could definitely do worse. But I mean, he's been seeing quite a bit of targets too on that offense. So.
And then Winston, I don't know what it's looking like, but he may or may not play this week. Yeah, playing Kamara for sure. Thomas hasn't practiced. I don't think he's playing. How's Olave looking?
He's still in concussion protocol, so I don't think he plays this week.
Landry's probably not playing. Any interest in like Traquan or Marquez Callaway? What about Taysom Hill?
Probably. I mean, might as well. In most Yahoo leagues, you can throw him in
as a
as a
tight
tight end. I
end.
mean,
Yeah,
if all those receivers are out, I mean, might as well. Fuck it, throw him in your lineup. He
yeah.
ain't gonna get 30-something points, but he might give
It's
you 10, 12,
touchdown or bust.
13.
If he doesn't
Yeah.
get a touchdown, he's gonna lose you the week. Um, then keep it moving over here. We got San Francisco and Atlanta. Jimmy G, streamable this week.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, the only reason I
I
say
think
that is
Jimmy
because,
G is trash.
yeah, he hasn't been doing great. But talk to someone who has Matthew Stafford and Jimmy G was like, who was left? Oh, it's Johnny. He had Stafford and Jimmy G was all that was left out there on the waiver. I mean, and I think Garoppolo is gonna put up more than one Stafford, but I'm not happy about starting him. No.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's see. You're playing Jeff Wilson, playing Debo. How y'all feel about Kittle this week? You're obviously starting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm super nervous. I'm real worried about Kittle.
Brandon
At
Ayuk, he
some,
has another down week. Is he even rosterable? I mean, he's somebody it's somebody you would keep during the bye weeks. Let's say that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not
I'd
dropping
Brandon
still
him.
hang on
Ayuk,
to him during bye weeks. Yeah,
you'd
I'd
hang
still
on to
hang on to him
Brandon
during.
Ayuk through a bye week
Yes.
if he has another down game. All right.
Maybe looking to move him though.
Tyler Algier, and you're not playing Tyler Algier. Drake London, proceed with caution. He started off really hot. He's definitely been cooling off lately. If Kyle Pitts plays, are you starting Kyle Pitts?
Nope.
No.
Okay. And then Rams and Carolina. I'm not playing Stafford anymore. Akers,
Nah.
bro. Y'all rather play Akers or Brian Robinson?
I'm again go with Brian Robinson.
Akers or Najee?
Najee.
Yeah.
And I don't even
Yeah.
like that. I don't even like saying that.
Yeah. You're playing Cooper Kupp. Not comfortable playing. I mean, I think if you're gonna play another Rams receiver, it's probably gonna be Skoranek at this point, right?
Yeah. He's been getting targeted.
He's been
other than ever.
he's been
Yeah.
outperforming Allen Robinson.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're
that's
playing
what I meant.
Higbee. You're playing Higbee for sure. CMC is definitely a every week play. DJ Moore, he's on the flex radar for sure.
I say
It is
go
the
ahead and
Rams
plug him
though.
in. PJ Walker when PJ Walker has started, he understands who the guys that need to
He
have the
feeds
football
his
in the team.
playmakers. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think DJ Moore could be a safe play this week.
It's just the fact that they're playing the Rams. If they were playing if they were
Yeah.
playing Atlanta, it'd be like no brainer.
Oh yeah, but yeah, no, I think I still plug in DJ.
I'd be
Moore
a little
for
bit
this
more
week.
excited if he was playing anybody else. Yeah, and then that's about it on that side. Gino, fire up Gino. I think this is the game of the week right here. Seattle and Arizona. It could be a
Oh, yeah.
fantasy bonanza. I think Gino is gonna have a great game. I think Ken Walker's gonna have a good game. Metcalf, Lockett, you're firing them up. If Will Disley can get lucky and catch a touchdown, maybe, but I wouldn't count on that. Murray, you're firing up Kyler Murray. Eno Benjamin, man, I think he's gonna have a fantastic week this week.
He should
a low
eat.
end RB2, maybe. Maybe high end RB1 if depending how involved he is in the passing game, depending how many targets he gets. Then obviously Marquise Brown is awesome. You're firing him up, and then Zach Ertz. That's one of the last games that you're gonna be able to play him comfortably because I think D Hop he's not gonna affect Marquise Brown as much as he's gonna affect Zach Ertz. Any thoughts on that game in particular?
It's gonna be a shootout. Both defenses are pretty trash this year.
Garbage.
It's gonna be like the
Yeah.
damn Detroit game. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of points scored.
And then the game of the week, Buffalo, Kansas City. Josh Allen, you're playing him. Diggs, you're playing him. Davis, you're playing him. McKenzie, he's out of protocol.
Yes, you're playing him.
Are y'all playing him?
Yeah.
I'm playing him.
All right. That's about it. You're not playing anyone. Oh, Singletary. Nambo, I know you say you think he's gonna have a great game. He's definitely, especially this week with bye weeks and the injuries. You're plugging in Singletary and just hoping and praying. CEH on the other side as well. Pat Mahomes, obviously, always starting him. McKinnon, he got some work in last week. Stash guy or no, because
I
it
think
looks like
stash
2
him.
weeks ago it was Pacheco, and then last week it was
Yeah,
McKinnon.
I
I
say
don't think that
stash
can make
him
it.
because I'm a big candidate for sit CEH this week. I think you should stash him. Maybe even throw him in
Uh,
your lineup.
yeah, and then you have Juju, MVS. You're not comfortable playing any of them. You're probably not starting them. But if this is gonna be a shootout the way people predict, they're gonna have to be involved. Somebody else besides Kelsey is gonna have to have a good game. And then you're always firing up Kelsey. Who wins this game?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. What's his final score?
34-31.
All I know
I
is
think
they
the
always
Bills are.
have great games. I just hope it's a great
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. It's going to come down to the
I hope
wire.
it's awesome. that playoff game last year was one of the best games, if not the best game I've ever seen. And then Harrison Butker, he's coming back from an ankle injury. Are you playing him?
Don't
Yeah.
ask stupid questions.
You are? Okay. Dallas and Philly, the Sunday night game. Cooper Rush. You're playing Cooper Rush, obviously. He's QB1. And then you
Get
have
the fuck
Zeke and
out of here.
Pollard. I'm just kidding.
Quit lying to these people.
Cooper Rush.
God dang, bro.
You playing Zeke or Pollard?
If I
I would
have
lean.
to play one, I'm playing Pollard.
You playing
I'm
Pollard?
in
Yeah,
agreement.
hoping
Yeah,
that.
you're playing Pollard.
You're playing CD. Anybody else comfortable playing Gallup? Is this a Gallup week?
Ooh.
I think
I'm not.
CD's the only one I feel comfortable playing. The Phillies' defense has been pretty good, so
I might try to target Gallup after this week because then they're on a bye, and I might try to catch him on a bye for super cheap if he has a bad game, and then Dak will be back, and Dak will throw Gallup without hesitation. Schultz, you're not playing Schultz this week, bro. Actually, I already dropped him.
I don't even know if the Cowboys are
Not that
playing
I don't
Schultz.
think he's gonna be good. It's just he's not. I know I'm not gonna play him this week, and then he has a bye week next week. I'm not holding him for 2 weeks. I'd rather stash some running backs or some high end wide receiver or something, or potential breakout wide receiver. Then hold on to Schultz for 2 weeks. At this point, you're playing Jalen Hurts. Are you playing you playing Miles Sanders? Obviously, you're gonna stick him in. Expectations for Miles Sanders this week?
pretty low.
Yeah.
They're pretty low.
And then Devontae Smith. You're playing AJ Brown. Devontae Smith. Expectations for them?
I think AJ Brown could have a good game. I'm not
If you're playing
Devontae
Devontae,
Smith.
if you're playing Devontae Smith, you're playing him with real big caution, essentially.
And then you're playing, and then Dallas Goedert. I think he'll have a solid week.
Hey, real quick, y'all load into the draft.
I'm already in, bro.
I'm in
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, who wins this game?
there. Dallas, baby.
Final score.
Uh,
I'm gonna say.
they'll-
Go ahead. You
Go
got
ahead.
something?
I was
I'm
gonna say
21-17.
my biggest thing about the Dallas Cowboys and Eagles game, if the Eagles come out and play like they have in the first half, like in most games, and they get up by at least 2 touchdowns or so, I don't think Dallas is going to have a chance to come back and get them. I don't think Cooper Rush can do it against that defense. So I got Eagles winning this one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and that's really my only reason. Now, if Dak was in, it'd be a different story, and I'd be a little bit nervous for the Eagles because it is Dak. He's a better quarterback, but
Yeah, no, I can see that. I think it is going to come down defense. If the defense stops them, stops Jalen Hurts, and then makes him maybe even throw, we could see what happens. I'm excited for that game though. And then we have Denver and the Chargers for Monday night. You're playing Herbert, playing Gordon. Any interest in Mike Boone this week? Put up 12 PPR points last week. Latavius Murray will be active, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I'm touching any of those running backs right now this week, with the exception of maybe Melvin Gordon. Even then, you're throwing them in with a little bit of caution, essentially.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I kind of want to see how that backfield plays out.
All right. And then Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Are you comfortable playing? Are you playing Jerry Jeudy?
You probably have to this week, just because of I don't know. I'm not comfortable playing them.
Nah.
Eckler's good. You're playing Williams. Any interest in Josh Palmer or Gerald Everett?
Gerald Everett had a bad week last week.
Okay, and then who are y'all starts of the week?
Starts of the week.
I got Geno, Rhomandre Stevenson, Singletary, Isaiah McKenzie, Tyler Boyd, and Evan Ingram.
I got Geno also, Mike Evans, Pickens, Rhomandre Stevenson, Eno Benjamin, and Zach Ertz. Oh, and Jeff Wilson in the flex.
Dixon got in.
No flex. I'm playing Kyler, Eno Benjamin. I'm gonna go ahead and say Mostert. I was gonna say Rhomandre Stevenson, but y'all did, so I'm gonna go with Mostert. Marquise Brown and DK Metcalf just staying in that game, and then George Kittle is a breakout game his breakout game this season. And then who are y'all avoiding this week?
I got Trevor Lawrence, Amari Cooper, Devonta Smith, James Robinson, Najee, and Conklin.
I'm going with Kirk Cousins, Najee, CEH, Drake London, Deontay Johnson, and Dalton Schultz.
Obviously. I'm going to go with Justin Herbert. I want some bigger names. Justin Herbert, or they're going to have bad games. Justin Herbert, Joe Mixon, CEH, Mike Williams, and T. Higgins. I just think that Denver defense is legit, and I think they're going to shut them down. And then Sid Conklin. And then that's it. Y'all got anything else?
Great. Love you guys.
That's it.
All right. Well, that's DFDUBB Scrubs from me, Christian, and Nambo. We will holla at you next week. Peace.
DFDUBB Scrubs coming up. DFDUBB Scrubs get the dubs. DFDUBB Scrubs is the plug. DFDUBB Scrubs showing love.